welcome back my lovely darlings. Today we have another video and today is a little bit different subject than normal, but I think it's going to be a short video, so it might be for some of you interesting. 5 different type of Christmas tree decorations, so it's going to be very specific. There are obviously other types of as well. Some people like to go for really specific. I even saw when I was doing research Harry Potter Christmas tree, you know, but I'm going to just focus on those like the most popular. So keep that in mind, you know. I'm not going to talk about any possible decor for Christmas tree. I'm just talking about those that I think that people choose those Christmas decors for their trees often. I have some really great Christmas trees pictures for you to get inspired by. I don't know if you already have your Christmas tree. Lots of people I think getting now every year, especially here in UK, you can notice this trend that it's getting end of November. People start to have a Christmas tree up. I like to put my Christmas tree around 1st, maybe 3rd to 6th of December. That's just the time that I just like to do it from our tradition point of view. But I know some of my friends, they have a Christmas tree much earlier than that. So maybe this inspiration is not going to be useful for this year, but maybe you're going to find something that you start thinking of a little bit, maybe tweaking, a little bit changing for the next year. So first type of Christmas tree that obviously is the most probably popular, it's a traditional. So this is going to be this kind of focusing on the red, focusing on green, maybe adding a little bit gold here and there, but those are the traditional, I would say, Christmas colors. Going for some deep red, including some warm lights as well. When it comes to decorating your table, for example, you're going to include some red and green as well. Some lovely candles, like high candles, were going to be very traditional, very elegant as well. This is, I think, very elegant style if you don't go like too much as well. Adding maybe some fresh elements to your decor, it's going to be very traditional. When it comes to Christmas presents, adding red ribbons, choosing, it's going to be in those colors, green, red, and a little bit gold. You know, this is something what you need to decide. Is that something I like, or would I prefer to choose a little bit different style? I personally, over the years, had a little bit different style, I was going for more cooler tones, but this year, you know, I noticed that I actually really like this traditional, so I am changing slowly. I'm not going to change all my decor now, but when I'm buying new stuff, I am focusing on more traditional than going for some kind of glam, for example, but we're going to get there. So yes, so that's something just, you know, over the years, getting older as well, getting, you know, growing all the time. So our style is changing, and that's absolutely normal. But sometimes it can be expensive because obviously we need to change our decor. I likely just need to change some little Christmas tree bubbles, and that's really me. That's me done. I removed those cooler lights and focus on a warm. Next style for a Christmas tree decor, it's going to be natural, including more wood into your house, like maybe adding some dry orange here and there. Again, adding some fresh decoration, it's going to be just spot on. An example for natural Christmas tree can be something like this. You have it's really lovely idea actually. You have a lovely dry orange, you have some flowers, but you also have like a dry roses. So you would prepare yourself with that. Obviously, once somewhere like end of the summer, you would start drying your roses, preparing yourself for winter, which I think is really fantastic idea. I really love this kind of idea of Christmas tree. It's very vibrant, it's really nice, looks fresh. Or you can go for something like this, including just more wood decoration. White and wood would be fantastic for that. Adding some candles. The idea is something like this, a little bit more rustic as well, but natural, because obviously you're adding those fresh piece of the tree as well. Maybe something so simple and small, like this kind of like a hanging on the wall idea with some cinnamon, again some dry orange. Really traditional, like natural style, I would say. It's really lovely. When it comes to table, again going for more green, keeping it more natural, not adding maybe too much. You wouldn't be focusing on adding any red or anything like this, just green and some more lighter tones. However, you can obviously add some little bit brown as well. This is just going to be all in this kind of like a beigey, natural, neutral style. I would just like to mention as well that if you are more minimalist, then I think natural style is going to be the most like minimalist. It's going to be focused on less is more rather than adding some decoration everywhere. So keep that in mind if that's something you really like. Next style on our list is vintage. I think this one is the most colorful from all styles I mentioned today, and it has this kind of blue, red, yellow decor, a lot of this kind of maybe old style images. You can put them some kind of nice pictures from like Santa. This kind of a little bit more like a style remind me of old Coca-Cola advert, if you know what I mean. I think it can be really lovely. It's going to be more this kind of thinking that more is actually better with this particular style. Sample of Christmas tree. I think this is really great option. It actually reminds me of my like grandmother tree, so it makes sense that people call it vintage. More colorful, so you're not really focusing on one theme when it comes to colors. You can go for anything you like, anything that actually works for this particular. You can see like this example of this one. I think this is like going all over the board. It's very vintage. It's very showing you this kind of pastel colors are great as well for vintage style. So if you love this kind of theme, then that might be something perfect for you. Next on our list is going to be glam. I think this is one of like traditional and has this kind of glam style. Just I would say they either equals that there's so many people that love traditional, but also so many people love glam. So it's going to be all sparkling, it's going to be all gold, all silver, all pink gold, or champagne color. All those sparkling styles, like all those sparkling decor is going to be included in the glam. Christmas tree example, this one here, you can see it's really lovely. It's really all over the board. It's very rich, so it's going to be very rich style. But a little bit different as well glam is this one here. It has almost like a snow, this thistle that looks like a snow, that I think it's really lovely. Some of them are going to be more brighter, some of them a little bit darker, but you're going to have very sparkling Christmas tree, and that's what you like. So that's going to be very glam. Extra decors like candles, like over here you have some beautiful table decoration, and then you have a silver candle holders, which obviously gives you this kind of characteristic of glam. Pink rose as well, it's going to be very glamorous. I think this is popular for ladies as well, very much. They like this kind of pink sparkling shiny color. And glamour, obviously, you know, it's something that you probably going to continue that in the rest of your house as well. So it's very easy to pull it off if your furniture as well are glamour. So it just makes a lot of sense to go that direction, and I think there's a lot of people who love that style, you know. So yeah, if that's what you love, then go for it. Another style that I think it's a little bit maybe less popular here, like in UK, but more popular somewhere in like America, is like America, I mean like United States, or Canada, is this kind of like a rustic farmhouse. And for this style, I think actually to work, it need to have other elements. You need to have some kind of furniture that already has this kind of style. I think it's going to be very hard to pull off this style if your house doesn't reflect any rustic farmhouse, you know. So keep that in mind, you know. It's going to be maybe not a lot of decor hanging everywhere. It's going to be a little bit more, again, natural, but it's going to have this kind of rustic feel. Maybe some kind of tray, wooden tray, with some tree on top of that, like a little fresh tree. On the top of your fireplace, maybe you're going to add some natural materials for your stocking. I think with trees as well, adding maybe more lights, adding there a lot of Christmas decor on your tree, it's going to be more rustic. Adding some rustic elements like slides, like over here you can see on the top of the table, just to create this kind of rustic feel again. I think that's what it is, you know, mainly. That if you want this kind of style in your house, you need to have continuation in this style already with your furniture, including more wood rather than candle holders rather than silver candle holders. You know, those kind of simple little details. Maybe for a Christmas tree, rather than buying some kind of like a cover on the bottom, like a skirt for the bottom, you would put your Christmas tree in a bucket, you know. That's going to be more rustic. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was completely different, nothing to do about fashion, but I think it's very seasonal and it's really great for this time of year. And you know, looking at even different people decor, we can get inspired. So I think this video helped you a little bit. And if you did, please leave it a thumbs up and see you in the next one.